How's it going today, everybody, and welcome back to Shainer's Mechanic Life. Does your vehicle have a burnt out headlight? Like this one here? Well, natural instinct is to go pick yourself up a set of the brightest LED headlights you can find. But in this video, I'm going to show you why that might not be the best idea for you. Plus, I'm going to show you an easier way to change the headlights on some of the newer vehicles where, reaching behind the headlight isn't really an option. Here we go. Now, before you go ripping your headlight lens out, whole bunch of cowls, all that to try to get at the back of your headlight to change a bulb, depending on your vehicle, take a look at the position of your headlight lens compared to your wheel well. And like on this 2015 GMC Terrain, just a few fasteners, we could pull this inner wheel well back to get at the back of the headlight. So the first thing you want to do is make yourself a little bit of working room by either taking the wheel off or just turning the steer wheel to the right or the left to get yourself some access. On this one, I think we're going to have just enough room to get the job done without pulling the wheel. Next, we want to remove some Torx screws here, here, and some body clips here and here, as well as there's one underneath. Right there, that happens to be a bolt. So remove all those. On this 2015 Terrain, these are a Torx, and it happens to be the size of a T20. So go ahead, remove those, as well as that one. I always generally put screws in the tray or whatever tool set you're working. Built-in little parts tray. Next, our body trim plugs. To get those out, you can use basically anything to pry the center portion out. You can use these pliers like I got from Gear Wrench. You got a little tool I picked up from Snap-on. You can pry that out. Or even you can get some of these plastic trim removal sets. Some of those have a forked piece you can pry it out with, just like that. Get in behind it, pry it out, get behind it again, and take the rest of it out. Try the pliers on this one. Just grab it, give it a pull. Now, the older these things are, the more likely they are to break. So you want to, unless you got some extras kicking around, you want to take your time. Pull that out and pry it behind. I'll try the little snap-on one here to get in behind that. There we go. Put it in our tray. And now we got the bolt underneath. And that one is 7mm. It'd help if they made all the fasteners the same, so you didn't need 3 separate tools to do this kind of stuff. I'll put a link in the description to most of the tools you see in this video. As you can see, it's nothing crazy. Everything you can order online. Now you can pull your wheel splash guard back. Take a look in the inside of the wheel well. There may be additional screws and fasteners depending on your vehicle. In this particular one, I missed. There's actually 2 7mm bolts to take out. That should make life a little bit easier. And one more up inside the splash guard, just above the top of the tire. With that out of the way, get your splash guard out from behind the fender and pull itself down and out of the way, and you get yourself a little helper to hold that there. And you can see the back of our headlight assembly with that black plastic round piece just above the washer fluid tube. Right there. That's the headlight we're going to be after. So take a visual look where it is in the housing. You can see that tab pointed down at about the 6:30, 7 o'clock position. Turn it to the left and get it out of your way. There's our headlight bulb. Now before you go pulling the bulb out and the electrical connector, you want to take a look at the orientation of where that's pointed as well, because a lot of them only go in one way. This is pointed straight up and down like that. So you want to reach inside on the electrical connector, just pry it down and out, get in behind your headlight socket, turn it to the left, and it'll come out of the housing. If you're thinking of converting to LEDs, this is where you want to compare your parts and make sure you physically have room for them first off. So as you can see, this is our factory one that came out. You can see where the seals line up, where the lining tabs go into the housing. See how the LED light is quite a bit deeper because it's got a cooling fan to help cool the LED. Well, you got to make sure you got room for this first off, because you need airflow to keep that cool. So let's put this in the housing and I'll show you why I decided not to go LED and just go with these instead. They're substantially brighter than the stock ones, and you also get that cool white light to them. So now, take your LED light, reach up inside, line it up with the aligning tabs, and mount it in the back of the socket. Okay, it fit in the socket, but now you need to tuck all that wiring harness inside the headlight assembly. You need to find room for all this cable and the connector, because you still have to tuck all this in behind the headlight housing so you can get this cap back on, sealing the whole lens. Because the last thing you want to do is leave it open to the atmosphere. You're going to get condensation and dirt. It's going to corrode all the reflective surfaces. And last time I checked, these headlight assemblies, not cheap. When I reach that cap back up inside here, even with the wiring tucked in, I cannot get that cap to secure on, sealing off that assembly, because that fan sticks out too far. So if you're going to use those, you got to make sure you got a deep enough headlight assembly to enable this cap to go on, because this is what keeps all the dirt, debris, moisture out of your headlight assembly. So unfortunately, the LEDs will not work with the 2015 Terrain. Well, at least this model. If anybody happens to know of a lower profile setup that will fit, let me know in the comment section. Now, these Sylvania headlight bulbs are some of the more common ones out there on the market. And getting into this package is really almost a video for a whole nother time. But simply take the wrapper off. And you want to take a blade, score down each side of the housing, give the case a little wiggle, and it lifts straight up like that. As you can see, the two arrows. And there's our new headlight bulbs. Now, whenever you're handling these, make sure you do not touch the bulb surface with your fingers, because there's the oils from your skin will get on that lens, and these things burn hot enough and bright enough that they'll fail in no time. So, number one, keep your hands clean. Don't touch the glass. Now we can put these in our headlight assemblies. Before you do, take a look. Make sure the seal has come off the old one, because you'll never get them to line up properly and secure in with two gaskets on there. So take your bulb, reach in behind and secure it just like the old one. As you can see, I've got it in the assembly, and now just turn it a fraction of a turn clockwise and the connector will be down at the bottom. Just like that. And now you can reach in, put your electrical connector on, push it up until you feel it click into place. And now you can put your cap on the outside to keep everything clean and dry. Make sure the gasket is on. Reach in behind and remember what way that aligning tab was and put it in. And And it's in place. Now you got to turn that clockwise about the same amount as the headlight bulb. Just like that. And now you can put your wheel well splash guard back in, making sure you remember your flashlight in there, and put all your fasteners in. Now to start holding and lining everything up, I usually use one of the body clips, kind of in the middle of the area you're working. Put that in just to start everything, to help line it up and hold it in place. Like that. And I don't push it in right away, because you want to make sure you get all your screws started before you fasten anything. Just like so. And now, don't take a shortcut and skip anything, because the last thing you want to do is try to chase down the rattle going over bumps, because you tried to skip a few steps and get things done quicker. Now you don't want to go too crazy. Everything's just plastic with some sheet metal clips. Push your body clips in. Not forgetting the one up in the... Hear them click into place. And lastly, our torque screws. And I didn't have that set in all the way, so I'll have to pull the center out, reset it, push the center in. That's why it's always a good idea to double check your work. Now turn it on, make sure it works. Now you can do the other side. I generally replace headlights in pairs, because if one's gone, you got about the same amount of hours. The other one's usually not too far behind. Well, hopefully now you've got two nice, bright, functioning headlights. Or sometimes of the year, or doesn't matter what time of day it is, you're going to work, it's dark, you're coming home, it's dark. Well, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button, notification bell in the bottom right hand corner. That way we get notified when we get new videos coming out. Well, that's it for tonight, everybody. Have a good night and keep wrenching.